Oh, it is working. Sorry. 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 Um, cool. This isn't working out. Dude, I'm losing my shit. What the fuck? Okay, that's working now. Alright. Alright. Everything's up. Yeah, this isn't working. No. Well, at least we can clean it, I guess. Is that the right button? Hey, there we go. Can't wait to have to close and open Krita now. We'll see. Anyway, here we are. We've got more skulls to draw. Why? I don't know. Yep, we got to close and open Krita. I should have just done it from the jump, you know? Hello? There it is. Anyway. I had been doing something. Sorry, I'm moving the mic. I had been doing something off stream. It was like a revisit of one of the things I tried to draw uh last year, which was a couple months ago, really. And I thought I was on my tablet and I thought it was recording, but I guess it wasn't. So now uh that whole thing, I basically had just finished and I was like ready to like try and export the time lapse, but that whole thing doesn't exist, which sucks. I don't know how that happened because I'm very confident that I talked about turning it on and how I couldn't export the videos, but I could still record them. So I must have most likely accidentally closed it with the side of my hand. I still don't know what to do about that because I just can't seem to fix that. Anyway, let's try and do, I guess, a side profile again. See how this goes. We're gonna try and be relatively quick about it. Fuck. I'm getting real lost already. I feel like this is really washed out looking to me right now, and I don't like it. I think I'm not pressing hard enough, but at the same time, I can't really press any harder. What is that shape, dude? Yeah, I feel like this is a lot easier. If I ignore certain things that really 3Dify it. That makes sense. Okay. Bum bum. Ba-dum bum bum. God, this is so hard to do. Okay. I'm trying to like spend as little time, but like as much time as possible. Like I'm trying to maintain a level of accuracy here, but I just don't got it, man. No, that's not. This is not looking good. All right, so we got that. Damn it. I've like accidentally merged that with like the line to the left, and I don't know that I can like undo it. Something like this, maybe? Does that do anything? Why is my phone going off? I swear if it's telling me that I'm live when I already fucking know I'm live. Jesus. That's so not right. I'm getting really lost in these lines, man. That's the problem with stuff like this. Like I've said, you get too close to it and you just completely will lose what you're working on. And if you don't get close enough, it's gonna be hugely like inaccurate and it's gonna suffer so much. There's no real way to win this at this skill level. God, I wish I could change the shading on this original. It's so off. Just doesn't make sense. Um, I think we're here. That's way too long, man. Okay. Why is my eyes so itchy? I hate it here. Something about this isn't adding up for me. Closer to there, maybe? Man, this is tough. I feel like I'm missing something right now. I am. What? What's going? What am I missing? All right. Undo all this. Okay. Okay. I'm not putting enough curve in it, I think. Still not really enough, but I just think we have to settle on something. Otherwise, we're going to spend the whole fucking morning just trying to get this right. It's just not it, man. Okay. This feels too small, but I don't know what else to do. I feel like it was too big before. All right. Okay. Okay. It's weird. I need this half to do this half, but I need this half to get this half, right? Like, I can't fucking win. I think I need to trim my fingernail. I don't like it. Probably need to do all of them. I could have swore I did it yesterday, but I guess like I did a bad job, so they kind of come to little points sometimes. I guess I need to file them. Probably need to retrim and file them. They grow so fucking fast. It's crazy. I hate it. Kind of looks like there's not a line here, but it kind of looks like there's a ridge there. Okay. I don't know why I didn't think that was a one run, but I guess it was. Okay. Let's keep trying to work on this while we're mentally sane. Or were we ever? Who really knows? I don't feel like it should be that severe. Okay. Oh boy. So, I think I fucked up. And I don't know where. Okay. This is the cheekbone here. I'm sending it right now, by the way. I feel like this is the only way to do it. Because otherwise it looks so pieced together. Like right here looks so bad. I mean, I get that this is a sketch and whatnot, but fuck. Okay. There's like no line here on the original, but I feel like I have to do it because this feels so weird without the break. Like I need something to tell the eye to look at it a certain way, otherwise it just looks like a really fucked up rectangle. How are we on space? Oh, we have plenty. Okay. This seems too big. Jesus, dude. I can't do this. I don't know how to pull this off. It's like too long of an awkward angle. I need to change it. What if I start with that and then go like that and then kind of just instead go like that? Not really a huge fan of that, but what can you do, you know? All right. Jaw, teeth. Right? I think. Is this right? No, this is not right. We need to do this. So we have that. So we need that. Fuck, this is a hell of a contortion here. We'll settle on that for now because I don't know how to draw that at the moment. Does it smell like fried chicken in here? uh, go. Jawline. It's a bit too exaggerated there, but I think we just send it for now because we have been struggling, and if I just keep stopping to like fix things, it's not gonna get anywhere. Okay. There we go. Hey, we're working. We're working. It's going. I think we have to zoom out just a little bit to figure out what the hell we're doing right here. Okay, hold on. So that is just not the answer. So for this, it should technically like fold over and be all type of three-dimensional. We just don't have that technology. So we're just gonna leave it at that and pray. So there should be something like roughly here. No, that's not right at all. Okay. It's a little better. I think we need to readjust for that, though. There's like a secondary bevel here that's really fucking with the way this looks for me. Jesus, man. All right. I just don't know enough of what I'm doing to be doing this. Okay. I don't know, that feels both right and wrong at the same time. Once again, the problem with this is like the shadows are really fucking with the edges and whatnot. There's like no definition at all on the top of the skull. It just kind of like fades into the color, the light gray. This is why you should probably use something that's not light gray with like dark gray and have consistent lighting that makes sense. Not that I can do any better, but you know, you should really have something maybe, I mean, I know light gray and dark gray sounds like high contrast, but just like probably black and white would have been best because, you know, and with just like a light you could like a single light source you can control. So like the same way you can spin the camera, spin that light source, and then you would always basically have like relatively embossed edges, right? Like the seams are clearly meant to be visible here, so you should have just made them black. What if I add their little mesh, will that help me? Model inspector. Oh, turning it into whatever the fuck matte cap is helps a little bit. Kind of makes it silvery. Wireframe. The wireframe might help a little bit for no, you know, vortex. Can I do both? That might do it. No. If I do final render and wireframe. God, it's just too much like random lines like this though. I think that's what we're going for. I don't know, like it's given me something to kind of see, but it's just not enough. It's like the wrong kind of see, you know? I don't think that's quite right. I think it's supposed to be like that, but it's like so hard to tell. I don't know. All right, the wireframe's not really helping. It's just confusing me. Every time I look back up, it's like, well, is this that or is that that? Okay. Let's just take a look. Jesus Christ. So something I'm seeing here is that the bottom jaw just really became too pronounced. I don't even know how I fucking did that. What is this? Like, where am I right now? Still not right, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. I am feeling like this comes out too much, but or maybe this isn't out enough. Maybe something along the lines of this. That doesn't help at all. Oh my god, dude. So ass. Took us 30 minutes to get like below mid. Okay. Let's try and do like a line art of this. Let's see if we can clean this up. Okay. Oh, I didn't even do the inner nose. That's fine. That's fine for now. Yeah. That's fine. Why is the bottom of my foot itchy? I don't like it. Somebody uninstall that update from me, please. Thank you. Man, do I just like not know what I'm looking at right now? It's not good. Feel like we're getting real lost in it. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ya-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-doo-da-ba-ba-dee. It's interesting because there's like some lines that just make so much sense to me. And so I can like draw them cleanly and confidently. But then there's other ones where I'm just like, why did this Like, why is it portrayed this way? And it just, like, makes it so much more difficult. Wait, what is this? I think this is like the under part of the cheekbone. That's a 3D part that I can't really portray because I don't know how to do 3D, so... Okay, let's just see how that cleans up. Not very. See, that just doesn't have the right look. I'm just gonna leave it because I don't think I can do it any better drawing the individual lines. But that is just not what I want. I think part of it is I don't know that I can even make that look how I'd like it, if that makes sense. Because for me, I see this and it's just like tic-tac-toe, you know? In my head, I know I'm trying to draw the teeth, but it's so far from teeth because it's not teeth that it just like gets lost in translation. So for me, it looks like a tic-tac-toe board, and I just don't feel like there's any way to rectify that. And so any attempts just really look off, right? Like it should just look like teeth, but it doesn't. That's what I mean, I guess I get it because it saves time and it probably saves like render time and memory or something. But teeth are just fucking rectangles for the most part. Like, why would you not just render individual teeth for something like this? Because such a big part of the skull is teeth, like imagery wise. You know, you have like pirate skulls where they got a gold tooth usually for some reason. You got right like crushed skulls a little bit, with like their battle damage from life. You got crooked teeth. You got straight teeth. I think that's what it is for me. Like, it's missing the entire story behind it because it's just fucking cubes or rectangles, I guess, in this case. So it just like that story is gone, and so therefore what it is gone too. And so like I'm trying to make it up in my head, and it's like, bro got the square jaw. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what those lines are, but fuck them. Okay. It drove me crazy, bro. I feel like the top of the head is just not good. It's like right here is just fucking all wonky and shit. Come on, man. It's not gonna get better. Just not gonna get better, I don't think. Yeah, let's stop. All right. Okay. So first, obviously, we're missing like that inner skull part because I don't know how to portray that. You know, it's a 3D space, and I know we're kind of creating a 3D look, but this is like it's like this, right? It's just like a plane with no real definition. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Think maybe we can clean this up here. It only took around 13 minutes to get this like cleaner looking. Okay. All right, that helped quite a bit, but it still looks super awkward to me. What if I just like... That was weird. Do like that, maybe? That's a little better. Okay. We did it for the bottom. Let's try and fix up this top. This top looks funny to me. So, we come out. Okay. We just kind of like come in. How's that? Yeah, that looks the exact same. All right. No. All right. I don't know. Like for me, it like works, but I don't know if this is what I'd like. What am I getting an email about? Bro, Amazon's emailing. All right, hold on. I gotta. I'm sick of it, dude. What do they fucking want from me? Why that? How did they even get that email? I don't think I haven't. What? All right, Amazon app. Please, where are the fucking settings, dude? Like, get out. You need to stop. There's no settings. What if I hold it? What is going on? Why is there no... All right, if I go to settings, and then like app permissions, maybe. I don't even think that was an app though. Yeah, I gotta do this on stream. What the fuck is happening? Like Amazon just decided, I guess I'm not buying enough, and they're just like, buy this shit, buy this shit, buy this shit. I don't fucking want Amazon haul. Like it's just their version of fucking Temu or whatever, Wish or whatever the popular Chinese like shit shop is right now, where it's just fucking really mass produced garbage, and like not even good mass produced stuff, just garbage that you throw away within a week because it failed you. And like, oh my god, it's $2 and only $5.99 shipping, or if I spend $30 even with Amazon Prime, I don't get free shipping. So if I spend $30, then I get free shipping. So I'll just buy $30 worth of garbage and it'll all be gone in a month. And what's the fucking point, man? So stupid. All right. So let's combine Odico. Can we hold on? There we go. Zoom out. Do I have to do that? Can I do that? There we go. Okay. All right, so let's lock those. Select, deselect. All right, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know that I'm ready for this, but I think we got to try and do this side one like as fast as possible and try and like slap one down, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think this is where the learning is. Doing stuff like seeing what you've got from the times you've done it and then like trying to make it work. Cause then I'll be like, well, okay, so I got the eye socket or I got the teeth or something, but I really struggled here. So now I can go back and I can fix it and I can focus on it. And it's not as if like I said, I'll probably do like the line art thing too. So it's not as if I'm gonna neglect the other stuff, which I also probably need. It's just I get to really see where everything just went wrong. All right. Okay. So we're gonna call that the outer rim job of the nose. I still do obviously have the reference here, but there's something to be lost along the way. Like I'm already getting lost. Sorry, I'm like looking at this and I'm thinking like this is so gonna just go off the page. I gotta shrink this now. Where's the setting? Can I like lock the scale? Because I swear it used to only, if I went diagonal, it used to only do all of it at once. But now it'll be like, oh, you accidentally did that or you did that, and now it's like all off. I don't know where that setting is. Alright, that's hopefully okay. Hold on. It's not. That's gonna be way too big. Okay. Hopefully that's okay. Alright. No, dude. Why did you reselect? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm walking here. I'm walking here. So that's that. We got that up like that, and that like that like this, I think. And then that like that. And then we got like that, I think. Okay. Can just never really get that right, can I? I don't know. That feels right up top and wrong down here. Like that's too big, I think. Right? So then maybe the scaling is off. The proportions are off. Oh, shit. What do I do? I don't think there's anything I can do. Not at this point. Um, fuck, dude. What? How did I do this? We can try and, like, run this down. It's gonna be the best I can get, I guess. Alright, so now we'll have that. We will have that. Alright. Cool, 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 cool. We're working here. We're working here, huh? I'm walking here. Okay. So let's try to... Oh, shit. Where are we? So we got that. That's a little too long. The exact same line. Still the exact same line, I think. Okay. So then we gotta do like that and like that. No, it's not. It's like worse than that. It's like that. And we gotta hit them with maybe that, that, and then maybe more like that. Okay. And we gotta draw something like that. So that we can do something along the lines of that. And then we hit them with that. And then that comes out from there. Okay. That is much. That is much. Okay. Okay. Oh, brother. Okay. It's not right. It's just not fucking right, man. I'm gonna leave it because I don't think I can fix this at this stage. But, you know, that's proportion stuff. I mean, I've been complaining I don't know how to do that the whole fucking time. So, it's nothing new. A long-standing problem. That was almost good. Almost. Okay. So from here, I like to draw something like that. Don't think that's right, but we're just gonna run with it. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, so that scoops into there. I guess down from here. I don't know, that doesn't seem right. It's too long. Just go with that for now because I just can't do whatever it is I need to do. I don't think this is right either. But once again, we don't have what it is, you know? We don't know. We can only do what we have seen, have learned. Sometimes that's not enough. The fuck shape is this, dude? Is that right? It doesn't feel right. All right, let's stop working on the top of the head. I'm getting lost in it. Let's go down here, where I famously also get lost in it. Fuck. What am I looking at? Okay. There we go. So we got that. Oh, brother. I'm thinking about moving the tracking cam from up here to like down here or something. The problem with that though is I'm gonna be like losing a lot of damn it, why did it fucking stop tracking? A lot of FOV to that. Um I don't know. I feel like what I need to somehow do is like put the desk in the middle of the room, like the camera on one side, and then like sit on the other side. You know what I mean? But then like I can't have a monitor in front of me. And I wish that what is this called? War no, this isn't War. This is XR Animator. I wish it could do like multi-camera processing so that I could have like the one that tracks my whole body movement and then one that tracks like my face and then like one that gets positionality, but I don't think there's like a real way to map that. There is technology about that, that either costs a fortune or costs quite a lot and isn't as good. Um, the thing is, like most of those, like the full body tracking things, basically track about as well as this. When this has, I would honestly say this tracks better full body when you have the space. So if I were to stand like across the room, this would track basically perfectly. But the problem is getting too close. It tends to lose tracking because pretty much every modern like camera FOV for this type of setting that you can use for this just does not have good FOV for it. You need like a wide angle lens that's not going to distort the face while like simultaneously having a high refresh rate, and it just doesn't exist. Right? So it's either 100 FPS like this that has its own swivel and only like 1080p for about 100-ish bucks. You can maybe do 4K for like 250, but that won't really matter because the FOV is going to end up being the same. Or you can use like an iPhone. I think a lot of people use iPhones for like VTube Studio stuff, and you can use that because it has good facial tracking, but I don't believe you can really do good full body tracking with that either, because again, you have to use the selfie cam for the facial tracking, and the selfie cam is a fixed position FOV that's meant for up close to your face, not your whole body. Anyway, so it's either problem X or problem Y. Take your pick. That's that's your options. I went with problem X. Actually, this is probably problem Y. I think most people go with problem X. I don't know why I think X feels like it's the more common letter to use. Probably because like math would usually start with like solve for X. Solve for your X. Where the fuck is she? She doesn't know. Ba 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 da da dum. Where the fuck am I? Do do do. Do 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 do. Get fucked, loser. Now you want to watch Jurassic Park. You're welcome. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Alright, there we go. Too much. Too much shrimp on the bobby. Leave Barbie alone. She doesn't deserve this. I'm falling apart, man. First the Conan crash out, now this. We just cannot win, man. This should go something like that. Mayhap. No. How about no? How about no? How about no? Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna have a stroke, I think, one of these days. Not ideal moments. Just hold on and let me stroke out. Hello. What the actual fuck? Actually, that's not that bad, is it? What the fuck's happening to my voice, eh? Does anyone really know? I don't know. I'm gonna fucking freak out, dude. Shit looks like ass. I I just drew the exact same line I erased. What do I do? Jesus, dude. Alright, let's try and figure out the fucking top of this head. Yeah, that ain't it. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Just hold on and let me cook. Something like that. And then that, maybe. Thank you. Okay. I don't understand. I've been doing it the exact same way this whole time, and like sometimes it just doesn't work. It's like losing connection. I don't think there's any way to charge this or anything, so if the pen's dying, the pen's dying. Um, I don't know. I just don't know, man. It really feels unresponsive as fuck right now, though. Like, I'm not saying I know what I'm doing every step of the way, but it just doesn't feel like it's responding to me. Damn it, man. There we go. That's a little cleaner. Not much, but a little. Okay. So we got to do the inner eye and the inner nose still. So let's do that. Good enough for me. No, that's 2. Damn it, that was so good too over here. There we go. Okay. So the first thing is the skull just doesn't look right to me. I would say I ended up kind of making this look a little better. The nose looks funky. This eye is too big. This one's too small. Like, we need something in between for both of them. And it's not long enough in the back. I don't know, man. Ugh, fuck. Okay. So I believe that took us around 30 minutes as well, by the way. Fuck is my nails on, dude. And, I don't know, it's ass. I hate it. Sorry, I just feel like my nail was bothering me. I don't know. Um, but I don't know. Like, okay, let's just take a second then. First off, let's move that up. We're gonna start a new one. This is gonna probably turn into Lart, but I feel like Skull needs to come back further. The jawline actually kind of came out okay. This came out a little better than it has been, but I'm not a huge fan still. Um, I don't know. I feel like this is a better size for the nose hole, but like it also just it doesn't feel right for some reason. I don't know. Um, and if anything, this eye should feel bigger than that one. I don't know. This eye is maybe the right size if this eye is also that size. Maybe that's why this one feels too big. Maybe this one's just too small. But it's interesting looking at the model. I think what it is, it does feel like that. But I think what it is the shadows are just fucking terrible on this model. So, like, what's actually, like, whited out here and I'm trying to piece together, probably isn't actually eye. I might be able to fix this up, actually. And then the top of the head, again, because the shadows on the model are just, like, not good, um, I get really lost. So I think let's try and do a Lart. We'll fix this up. We actually have a chance here. All right, so let's see if we can't. Ooh, 6 is a no-go, huh? Can we? Thank you. Not 94, broski. 4. Thank you. Okay, why is that 5? All right, 4 is usually just a fucking square. What? All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to care. I'm so lost in this, dude. I've done a whole lot of like line art and like defining lines lately. Like I talked about earlier. Thank you. Jesus, dude. Like I talked about earlier, I've been trying to do like a little practice where I revisit something I did back in December. And part of that has been like actually doing a full color thing. So it's like our first real full color image. I kind of like I had the reference, but I hand selected the colors, so it's kind of ass. But basically, I took like the picture and I act like before it was just a sketch, and I wanted to see like how much I changed, like see how much I progressed because I kept seeing that everywhere. It's like, here's 2012 to 2019 or whatever. And I'm like, first off, bro, it's 2026. Anyway, yeah, I kept seeing like 2019 to 2026 or whatever, and I was like, you know what? Some of these people, I swear to God, they got worse. No offense to them. I don't have any names to give because I don't even know them. I would just see them, but like they really went that route where it's like too much detail in my opinion. Like they throw like the entire fucking solar system inside the eyes. And like I'm not saying that's not impressive and there's probably a part of that that makes it like better. I mean that it's obviously better, but like objectively it's better, but subjectively it looks worse kind of thing. Um but like some of them genuinely just looked worse somehow. Um but like a lot of them were like better than my start, and they turned out better, of course, because it had been a couple of years or whatever. And then some of them are like, here's my progress in 3 months, and it's like worse than me to like better than pro, and it's like kind of suspect. And it's like, how do you really know, I guess? But like I said, that I kept seeing them everywhere for like 2 weeks ago. Uh, And so I like slowly started to do it because, I usually can't just like uninterruptedly work on something, which is like part of the reason why these are usually generally short projects, right? I usually only have like an hour to maybe two. We'll call it like an hour and a half to work on something. And at my skill level, coming back to work on something the next day just isn't really good, you know? At least in my experience. Like day to day, I just pull out better lines, right? Different lines, worse lines. There's no consistency, right? So doing one thing one day and doing another thing the next, right? But part of the same image, it just looks completely different. And that definitely shows in the redo. The original of it is like consistently bad, but like I said, it's consistent because it's like all however I was for probably the hour or two I worked on it as just a sketch, by the way. Like belting out a sketch when I first started. I mean, that was before I even started streaming the art stuff. Um, you know, I would basically like come home from work. Actually, well, that one happened to be, I think I wasn't at work. I think it was December 25th is when the tweet happened, and I probably did it that night or something. Or the night before. But I would come home from work. I would obviously then stream, and then I do like all my other shit, and then after like spending time with the cat and fucking just sitting there, it'd probably be like 12 to 1 is when I would like try and get some practice in. You know, when I had to do the commute. So it would basically be maybe an hour. And my God, do those like sketches look terrible for an hour now that like I'm not gonna say I'm better, but now that I'm looking at it, I can kind of like get a sketch out a lot faster, or I can get it out easier maybe. So like a sketch, depending on the size of it, you know, that was like maybe just a head before would probably take me, like I said, an hour. Now, you know, just the head would probably be like 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how well I went for it. Um, and I'd probably not just do a sketch, it'd probably be like rough sketch and then cleaned up line art. I think that's what I've been going for most, and I think that's probably also smart to go for. I don't know, call me crazy, but I think like going for the consistency aspect of being able to get the general idea on the like canvas, if you will. I think being able to do that fairly swiftly is going to pay off more than getting like certain techniques that will maybe make me have, I don't know, a better eye for color right now. I'm not saying I don't need that stuff. It's just I think prioritizing being able to draw long consistent lines for a longer period of time makes more sense than being able to pick like the exact right color of peach to replicate a sketch type of deal, or to replicate like art. I think this is gonna go farther for me right now. Okay, so top of the head is just looking all type of funky to me. I think that comes from not having good initial reference, but I feel like I kind of did a decent-ish job cleaning up the cheekbone. I think maybe I should add an extra line here, or no, 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 no. Here? That's not bad. I don't know that that's how it's supposed to be, but I like that better. Um, and I don't think that really makes any sense, but I like that better. My other option, hold on, actually, this might be better. Uh, fuck, this doesn't really work. Feel like this is too square in here. I might try and clean that up. My other option is to do this. Okay, I can live with that. Let's fix this inner eye. I'm not dealing with that. That's not, I don't fuck with it. You know, that's not right. Something about that's not sitting well. Okay. This is once again looking too damn big. What if I... Okay. That's not right. I kind of already have this in, though. Fuck. I think this is like the only thing I can do. It's not perfect, it's not right, but that's... I think that's what I have to do. All right. Take a second, get back from it. We're going to group them. So let's compare it to the sketch. Pretty solid overall. I mean, followed the lines pretty good. We made some adjustments around here, around there. Okay. If we look at the previous one by comparison, I feel like the shape of the skull, even though the top, if you follow the lines, just isn't adding up for me, I think it actually looks better. Um, I don't know. It like looks a little cleaner. I guess because there's kind of like a little less lines with that little is that a hexagon? It's a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. Okay. Uh it just looks a little better. I don't know. It looks cleaner to me. Um I feel like the eyes are more consistently let me draw it here. The eyes are consistently like doing fuck doing that, right? Whereas this one's kind of like doing that, but then this one feels like maybe it's doing that, even though there's no eye hole, right? They feel like they're better. This one I think I'm not saying I'm good, you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I got it, but I think we finally captured perspective a little bit, right? We took a step in the right direction finally, right? These eyes have that motion, both of them. This one, uh, really only that eye had that. This eye had maybe more like that motion. The jawline had like that motion, but like also that motion up top. This one, the jawline has that motion. This teeth has that motion, but that makes sense because of the angle we're looking at it, right? So that this actually translates into overriding all for that because the skull as a whole feels like it's facing the correct direction, right? The brow line kind of is just right. Um I don't know, this doesn't feel right when I look at it, but when I look at it as part of the bigger picture, this feels right. Same with here. Like I said, this doesn't feel like the what I'm looking at, but it feels better than what I can produce otherwise. Like following it closer, like the original, feels worse. I don't know what it is. Like it's funny because this one has more detail, but this one just I don't know. It has a better flow to it. It feels more like, the head is going like that. This one feels like the back of the head is like that. This is kind of like that. This is like that for some reason, right? And the jawline is like that, and then also like that at the same time. This just like the head is all one way. I don't know how to express that. And I think like looking at it, most of that is in the eyes and in the brow. Like for the eyes, the brow is where a lot of that comes together because this brow is really like aggressive and this one's like a lot more neutral. The teeth also are kind of helping. I mean, this dude's got like fucking chompers on him. I don't know. What do we think? Can we undo that? Grab those. So this. So I have to undo that. Are you kidding me? That didn't move? I don't know. Maybe this smaller nose is the play. I get that that apparently isn't anatomically correct. I feel like it looks better though. Or does it look better because I got these things right? You know what I mean? Maybe that's it. Maybe it just looks better because the rest of it is better. So like it cleans up right. I think I think it's better. I don't know. I believe I have to revisibilize these, right? Okay. Those there. Hide that and hide that. Do a new one. Let's take that. It's interesting to me that I don't have to necessarily select a Dico tool and it seems to know what I want. But at the same time, a lot of the times it just fucking doesn't know what I want when I choose to do things. So like, how are you this smart but this dumb? Like, what the fuck, AI? All right. We got a couple of minutes here. I'm going to try to just really do one that's going to remain as a sketch. What do we think? Just to see, again, like, what we can pull off. We want to try and capture that motion. Okay. So hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. That's wrong. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay. Okay. If I take that, I move that, shrink that, get back in it. This feels wrong right here. I'm gonna keep going. It feels really wrong. I think what we need is that. Hold on. Let's cut this out. Let's cut that out. No, no, no. That is not right. Why does this feel so off to me? Shit. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Um, Lost the fucking button. Come on, button. Fuck off. Okay, let's try and clean that up a little bit. Okay. That doesn't feel right, does it? All right, let's do that. Let's undo that. Do something like that, maybe. This is falling fucking apart here. Something like that, I think. Hold on, let's erase that. Let's get out of here. We're getting like distracted by the detail here. So let's keep her going. Keep her going. Keep her going. Keep her going. Fuck. Okay. We just got to keep going sometimes. Jesus, dude. What am I doing? I am so lost. This is fucking falling apart real fast here. It's too tall, but I think we just have to send it right now. Actually, what if I do that? And we kind of cheat. Hold on. Am I onto something? And we trim that down a little bit. I think we're onto something. I think we're cooking. What are we cooking? I don't fucking know. But we are, in fact, cooking it. Okay. Jesus Christ, I am so lost right now. Hold on. What piece is this? There we go. We have to shrink this down. So we are out of space. Sorry. Yeah, whatever. Alright, fuck it. Let's just do it this way then. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. I don't have time for it though. Dude, what is this? I'm so fucking losing it. Jesus. Jesus born, it's Jason Christ. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. We're lost. Let's cut it out. Okay, here's the problem. We are here. Jesus, man. Okay. It's a little bad, but we're doing our best. So this is too wide. Not really a lot we can do at this point. Okay. I don't like it, but, you know, sometimes you just go with it because, yeah, you kind of have to. And if you don't, you're not going to do it. So, fuck's sake, what is this, bro? This might be the worst one yet. No, it's so bad. All right. I think we can clean it up, though. If we wanted to. Which we may or may not want to. Okay. All right. I shitted. Okay. Stop. Stop it. Get some help. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I think we did that one in about 15 minutes. Pretty bad. So I feel like this is again where I believe it or not, I feel like I learned more from this because we did so much like right, but certain things were wrong. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to say all of the lines are there because they probably aren't, but like all of the lines are there. So you get the gist of it. But the proportions are off, right? The angles aren't precise enough. The I don't know. Right? The flow of it is wrong. I think this is like okay in that I could then go ahead, spend 15 minutes on it and then get that down. But I think what this did for me was gave me an idea of what I can pull off in 15 minutes, right? So now I can do that. All right, so I spend a little more time and I can refine it. And so if I do that, then how do I put it? Um all right, so I spend 15 minutes on this. So we see what we can do. So then before I had spent 45 minutes on this. The goal is to meet in between, right? So I spend my 15 minutes and then I spend my 45 minutes on something better. So hopefully by doing these two things, I will eventually be able to do this in 30 minutes, right? And then eventually I'll be able to do this in less time, or this won't even look like this. Eventually that will be our 15 minutes. And our 15-minute to 45-minute difference will be, maybe shading included, or be cleaner, or be better proportionate, right? Like that's the goal of these, to not necessarily to get it exactly perfect the first time I try it, but to like get the motions and like the flow of it kind of going, cuz this, what this is, right? It's too small here, it's too scrunched there. We're not getting the right directionality there. We're not getting the right flow, right? Eyes are inconsistent size. But I got that down in 15 minutes. I could now spend probably another 15 to 20 minutes and get it looking probably like that. Um, you know, I feel like each time we draw it, good or bad, long or short, is there's something to be gained from it. So I'll probably, I'm guessing Wednesday is probably the next one, next time I stream. So I'll probably be on that, and I'll probably maybe do like one more of these, not because I'm done, because I perfected it or anything, but more so because I want to move on to other things, right? As much as there's to learn from drawing the exact same thing hundreds of times, it's not exactly that fun. So that's why I move on, right? I draw something 3, 4, 5 times like this, and then stream wise we're done. We've got some of it down. After this we'll go to the full side profile. All right, we'll do that a couple of times, because even if I don't even continue to do it, it's given us something, right? It gave us some level of perspective. Are we perfect at it? No. Are we great at it? No. Are we getting all the 3D aspects? Of course not. I think maybe next time I'll try and do one of these, like a 15-minute one. Hopefully it looks like this. And then we'll hopefully be able to upgrade it to this if it doesn't. And then we'll maybe try the shaded model thing. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get off for today. Probably be on later. I don't know what we're playing. Probably Conan. We'll see if I crash out again. But thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Have a fantastic day, night, afternoon, whatever it is for you. I appreciate you. Hopefully, I can catch you in the next one. And until then, bye.